What is up, Light Fam? Welcome to another video. My name is David, your spiritual awakening coach, here to help you through your spiritual awakening. This is an Energy Update 2022 video. I wanted to give you guys an energy update for 2022 for your spiritual journey this year. There's going to be a lot of things happening, and I wanted to give you guys the heads up. Got some amazing downloads and meditation this morning. I really felt locked in, dialed into universal consciousness. And when I was locked in, I simply asked the question, what does the collective consciousness need to know for their highest good? Downloads started coming in hot, y'all. They came in hot. I was a little concerned because I was like, how am I going to remember all this? I wasn't sitting at my computer to take notes or anything. But I got the main points, and so I'm going to speak on the main points, which I think will be very impactful for you, and hopefully things will just flow from there. And by the way, you know, accessing this information, getting these downloads, connecting to universal consciousness, omni-consciousness, source consciousness, Christ consciousness, the all-mind, unity consciousness, it's all the same thing. You guys have access to this as well. Why is this? Because you are also the universe. You're also universal consciousness. The universe is just pretending to be you. You are the universe. So anyway, this is why you guys really need to get a solid meditative practice every single morning, because all answers are within, as above, so below. Anyway, enough of that rant. Actually, that should be the Energy Update 2022. Meditate. That's the big message, meditate. But I've got more insights for you guys. So let's get into Energy Update 2022 right now. Lego. Energy Update 2022, message for the collective consciousness. Step back and realize the huge dichotomy that you are going to be presented with in every area of your life. And that huge dichotomy is love or fear, spirit or ego, movement, expansion or stagnation, stuck, greatest version or living the same old life that you've always been familiar with, freedom or being imprisoned by the mental confines of your own fear. If you want a different life, you have to become a different person. You can't remain the same person that created the life that you're currently in and expect to someday live a different life. I still haven't found someday on the calendar yet. But what does becoming a different person look like practically? What does that mean? Well, it means taking actions that are in opposition to the old life. Take actions that are out of alignment with the old life and take actions that are in alignment with the new life that you want to live. You got to spend more and more time staying outside of your comfort zone. Outside of your comfort zone is where that new life lives. So if the old behavior patterns were to, people please, or to seek validation, take the opposite action. Stop seeking validation. Stop seeking approval and just see how you feel. Did you die? Did you die though when that person didn't validate you? Did you die when that person didn't approve you? What does taking the opposite action look like? Validate yourself. Approve yourself. If the old pattern was to react out of emotion or to pass up the opportunity that you really want, or to be passive aggressive, which is a trait that you know you need to fix, then take the opposite action of that. Force yourself into that new opportunity that you feel you may not be ready for or qualified for. Do it anyway. If the old pattern was to always need to be right, relinquish that need to always be right. What is the prize for being right in that argument anyway? What are you going to win? What do you win? What do you win? $1 million? Do you get the trip to Barbados? Who cares? There's no prize. There's no payoff. What's the punishment for being wrong? If you're wrong in that argument with your partner, is your partner going to tie you up in the basement or put you in the timeout corner? Like, who cares if you're wrong? There's no punishment and there's no reward. Who cares? The ego cares. But spirit doesn't care. Spirit understands this is all just a play anyway, and it's just not that serious. So there's your message for 2022. There's your energy update 2022. Stop playing the ego's game. Energy update 2022 message for the collective consciousness. That's my Nostradamus voice. Actually, I don't even know what he sounded like. Anyway, energy update 2022. This message is, remember that 2022 carries the energies of master number 22. 22 is the master builder number, or the master architect number. So you've got those energies magnified in your life right now. What are you going to build for your life this year, Light Fam? And does building that life mean taking action that is out of alignment with the old familiar life? Does building that life mean taking action of facing your fears? So you've got those magnified energies of the builder, number 22, behind you, but you're going to have to face those fears and take those different actions to make that life that you want come to fruition. And this is something that your higher self already knows, which is why you may be getting that abrupt nudge outside of your comfort zone. And listen, don't you think your higher self has a higher vantage point than you? Doesn't your higher self know what's best for your highest good? Of course. So in this case, trust your higher self, drop the fear, take those actions that are outside of your comfort zone so that you can leave the life that is no longer serving you and step into the life that fills your heart with joy. And it's okay to take baby steps outside of that comfort zone. You might want to start with a pinky toe, start with a foot, right? And then next time, maybe it's an arm, next time it's half of your body. And the next thing you know, you're fully outside of your comfort zone, living a life of freedom, fulfillment, love, joy, purpose that you never thought was possible before. Another message for this Energy Update 2022 for the Light Fam is trust your intuition more. This is huge, guys. You guys on your spiritual journey this year are going to be pulled in all kinds of different directions. Some directions are going to pull up those feelings of fear and anxiety. Other directions are just going to be that old familiar lifestyle. And remember, familiar doesn't mean right. A lot of people like to use this phrase, oh, this is just who I am. Unfortunately, there are too many people that use that phrase as a crutch to not have to face the difficulty of changing. It's a very lazy thing to do. So don't confuse familiar with right. Do the work. Otherwise, you're going to stay where you are. Or you may be pulled in the direction of what excites your heart. So this is how you trust your intuition. It's what you feel. Remember, intuition is feeling. It's not language like the mind. Where do you feel? You usually feel things in your heart, your gut, this torso area. This is your feeling center. So take your mind, take your conscious awareness out of the mind, out of the mental chatter of the ego. Put your conscious awareness in your heart. I always say in my videos, you can even place your hand here to just kind of have that tactile feel of this area right here. And what do you feel? This is your intuition. Intuition is feeling, it's not language. What do you feel? And then you want to trust that. Why? Because it's not filtered through ego. That's the main thing. Ego is it's the mental chatter. It's fear-based. It can be self-sabotaging. So when it's the feeling and it's not language or talking, it's a feeling. This is what you can trust. Trust the feeling. Now, before you process that feeling in the mind, make sure that you are centered in the present moment, in a state of gratitude, in a state of allowing, which is a state of receptivity. It's a flow state. And because unfortunately, if you're not centered, the ego is probably off in the future somewhere fear-mongering, and it's going to interpret that feeling through the filter of fear, self-sabotaging, anxiety, whatever. So make sure that before you take this feeling up to here, you are in a centered present state so that you can interpret that feeling without the filter. Energy Update 2022 message for the collective consciousness. All emotions are valid. Stop avoiding negative emotions. This one is also huge. You guys have to stop labeling the emotions that you don't want to face as dark. There's this huge thing in the spiritual community to label dark as bad, as evil. Have you ever seen the yin and yang symbol? Notice there's also dark and the light there. They both coexist with one another. There's aspects of each in both. If there weren't, it would be a straight line, right? But no, there's aspects of each in both. They complement one another for the whole, which is balance. The universe is all about balance, and there's nothing capricious in an absolute intelligent universe. The dark, which is not bad, is there for a reason. So what is that reason? Well, ask these emotions. The emotions that you are avoiding, what message do they have for you? Ask them. It's that simple. This is where you can sit in meditation and you can kind of come from that perspective of just inviting these negative emotions in as you're a house guest, right? Invite them in for some lunch and some drinks and say, what is the message? What do I need to know? Well, you're out of alignment with love here and you're in alignment with fear over here. Great, now I know what I need to work on. Was that bad? Was there a need for a lot of fear with that? No, it comes with a message and a lesson. If you avoid the message, then you avoid the growth. You avoid the negative emotion, you avoid the lesson, you avoid the growth. So this reminds me of people that will ask for 12 different confirmation cards in a tarot reading when they get a message that they don't like. They'll keep asking for a confirmation card until they get an answer that their ego feels warm and fuzzy about. Oh, I didn't have to face fear or hear anything I didn't want to hear. Oh, I finally got my message. No, you didn't. You made the message what you wanted it to be. Or they'll try to change the meaning of a card to a meaning that is more warm and fuzzy for their fragile little ego that doesn't want to hear anything that is scary or that they don't like. Stop living in fear, people. Fear keeps you in alignment with ego. You cannot be in alignment with source spirit if you're carrying the frequency of fear, because it's an opposite vibration. Opposing frequencies can't share the same space. So your 5D ascension is going to come when you stop living in fear, face your fears, and ask, what is the message that fear is trying to show me? And now it's time for quote of the day. And then we're going to do question of the day after that. Here's today's high vibrational quote. And now, question of the day. What will you build in 2022 out there, Light Fam, now that you know you've got the energies of the master builder, master architect, master number 22 behind you? Let me know in the comments what you guys are building for 2022. Until next time, I will see all of my beautiful Light Fam in the next video. Light, love, and abundance to all that are watching and to all you love. Peace, guys.